Amid repeated air incursions close to Taiwan and reports that China has tested hypersonic weapons, the world is paying closer attention to the modernization of China's armed forces and its pursuit of ever more sophisticated weaponry. Once hailed by the Communist Party as having defeated past adversaries with only millet-plus rifles, the People's Liberation Army (PLA) has now grown into the world's largest fighting force, with more than 2 million active personnel. Under President Xi Jinping, China has become more diplomatically assertive and shown an increased willingness to back up its claims over disputed territory with demonstrations of its military prowess. Neighboring countries and the United States have been watching closely. The increasingly loud voices sounding alarm of a potential China-US conflict in the South China Sea mostly came from the fact that the US is now seeing China on equal footing because of the latter's growing army, said Yin Dongyu, a Beijing-based analyst on the Chinese military. And that's quite a good indication of China's growing military strength already. In recent months, the navies of the US and its diplomatic allies have sailed regularly through Asia-Pacific waters, including the South China Sea and Taiwan Strait, to assert navigational rights in international waters. In October, the US announced AUKUS, a new security alliance with the UK and Australia, that will lead to Australia acquiring nuclear-powered submarines from the United States. Washington has also stepped up weapons sales to Taiwan, which is modernizing its military and developing so-called asymmetric warfare capabilities to thwart any attack from Beijing, which claims the island as its own. President Tsai Ing-wen this week confirmed media reports that the US had been providing Taiwan with specialist military training for more than a year. No one can say without hesitation whether China and the US would go into real conflict over Taiwan or South China Sea, but with China's growing army, no one wants to see that happen, Yin said. The PLA's ground force has traditionally been China's foundation for asserting power in the region. It took the lead recently with India at the two countries' Himalayan border, for instance. Within its ranks, there are more than 915,000 active duty troops in its ranks, dwarfing the US, which has about 486,000 active soldiers, according to the latest Pentagon China military power report. The army has also been stocking its arsenal with increasingly high-tech weapons.